I think my challenge started late February when I had a long drive from Texas to the mountains of Colorado. The drive was about 15 hours, and that creates issues and challenges for a young person my age. The initial doctor, he said I probably had some lower back issues, and that's what created the pain down the side of my leg. The pain was getting worse, and then it went down to my foot, and my big toe started to change color.
The first time I met Alan was in Grand Junction. We, as a group, perform multiple outreach clinics all over the state, and we really try to get into the rural areas to help the rural community and kind of give back to those small communities and make sure that they have the best vascular care that they possibly can.
I happened to be transferred to Grand Junction in an ambulance one afternoon, late afternoon, because they realized things were getting in an emergency sphere. And he came and had a look and said, we better get moving pretty quickly here because I've got severe blood clots creating some other problems that are death-threatening. So it was time to have some major surgery.
We ended up taking him to the OR and performing a 4-compartment fasciotomy. And the muscle in his leg survived, but the muscle in his foot had essentially died at that point, and there really wasn't anything more we could do from a bypass standpoint.
At this point, my left foot was black, so it was over.
We initially had performed a baloney amputation, but the tissue didn't do very well, and his wound started to dehisce. So we moved to an above-knee amputation, which actually requires a lot more work and exercise on his part, and functional changes to get moving and get active. But if it was going to happen to somebody, he was the perfect person because he is just incredibly motivated, and he is a superstar.
So it's kind of like golf, where you have to think about everything at the same time. Prior to this, I was very active athletically. I swam every day. I played golf many times a week. I did yoga. I did a lot of walking with my beautiful wife and dog. Rode bikes. I've been through all of that process with marathons and triathlons. And so I was determined that I'm going to have a new normal, but I want to get back to doing most of that athletic activity and business as I've done before.
He actually mentioned to me right off the bat, he said, hey, I've done triathlons, and I intend to get back out and be swimming and playing golf and doing all these things. And I was like, that's awesome. He'll do very, very well. In certain individuals, an amputation can shorten your lifespan or increase your mortality. And the higher you go in your amputation, the worse it can be. But in his case, I think he'll do actually quite well. He is, highly motivated to get active and get moving. And he really has taken his health by the horns, so to speak, and he is guiding how well he will do, and I think he'll do quite well.
If Dr. Mubarak was sitting here, I would definitely put my arm around him and thank him for his work that he's done and for being not just a surgeon but a good friend, and hope to see him up in the Vale Valley where I can pay him back with some good Australian red wine. I think I'm a very lucky bugger, and in Australia that's a good thing.